Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Suraj and Anita. Suraj works in technology. His wife works in the human resources. They've been married for quite some time. They own a home in New Jersey that's worth about $500,000. They have about $1 million in their 401k. They have paid off their home, and so they feel like they're going to be able to get away with expenses um, of around $50,000 per year, but they're just generally wanting to know, is there room in that number, right? Is 50,000 a good number for them to budget for, or could they actually or could they have a lifestyle that includes more? They certainly would like to do that, right? So they want to know the answer to that fundamental question that we all want to know is sort of like, what am I budgeting for, given kind of where I'm at, right? And Siraj's salary currently is 225 plus a high bonus. So he works in technology, has a very visible job. And so, he will see years where that salary plus bonus will be over 300,000, right? Anita has a salary of 120. She gets a very small bonus, a moderate bonus, maybe $20,000 a year. And so they have some questions. What is the earliest Suraj and Anita or both can retire? Many of us want to know about that for ourselves. How much will our Social Security benefit be per month or year? And this isn't a round number. This is very specific to Suraj and Anita, their situation. This number is a hard number based on their 35 best years of income, right? Everyone's going to have a different number here. And if you want to know what your number is, it's pretty easy to go to socialsecurity.gov, ssa.gov, and find out what they're calculating as your current number. However, that number can be changed based on sort of future earnings. And so if you really want to get into the detail of that number and understand it a little bit more, you're going to have to talk to a Social Security analyst, because they can really break that down for you and give you opportunities to maybe even increase that number. All right, what is the maximum benefit scenario? Right, if you know about Social Security, you can go on at 62, and every year, and you go on at 62 at a discount. What that means is that you don't get your full Social Security at 62, and you don't get it until you reach the full retirement age. For those of us that are born in 1960 and after is 67, and that number could change in the future, depending on, lifespan and different factors. The other thing that they want to know is, what is the tax impact of Social Security? You may not be aware, and many people are not aware, that depending on your income, your Social Security is taxable, right? I will tell you, off from what I can see, and what we're going to talk about later in today, is that much of Suraj and Anita's tax or Social Security will be taxable in excess of it will be taxable at 85%, right? So you can see that when you start doing 401k withdrawals and you layer in a nice Social Security payment, there can be some issues there, and we're going to get really deep into that. And then the question is, in the unfortunate event that one of Suraj or Anita should pass away or should pass earlier than expected, what would be the survivorship benefit to either Suraj and Anita? Okay, so that's our scenario. We're gonna